Alright, what's up everybody? How's everyone doing out there? Here we go. We are doing some Swifty Smug Swift. Yeah. First, not first. Right? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I only recently just got in from work about 30 minutes ago, something like that. Alright. Okay, so what are we doing here today? Well, let's do this. We will show you. Also, where's my window gone? Oh, excuse me, sorry. Where the hell did my window go? Alright. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. But still being kind of... Wait, oh my god. How am I supposed to read this? Okay, fair enough. Alright. Can I make that wider? No. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Let's pull up the simulator. Right. Job, tracker finder. Find it on the App Store. Get yourself a job. Why is that not my tagline? Okay. So, go to resume. Yeah, not great right now. I'm working on stuff. Alright, this is the important one. What have we got here? Well, broken things. But it's broken because we stripped everything out visually. This is the new, improved text editor in iOS 26, right? So everyone's like, so? Well, this is the new text editor. But everything's white. Yes, because I haven't set it up yet. Why? Because if I select all that text, you sort of see it. But if I right click, yeah, it's the attributed string stuff, which you can do formatting, right? Of which one of them is make it a color that I can see it. Yay! So, right? Okay. Right? Select text. Let's make that color. Bold, italic, all the ugliness. Yes! We got that part working. Okay? All these controls are out of the box. Hence the glossy, greeny fungus at the bottom of the screen. So this is all working, right? We can format. We're going to take this further. But the important part here is we got that part. However, it has, along the way, I had to make changes to make this happy. All right. And now when you hit save, you think it's saved. But did it? This is still broken. This I know is broken, right? Hello there. Let's just save that like that, right? Oh, actually, apparently I fixed a bug without even knowing I'd fixed a bug. Okay, freaking awesome. All right, so it is now saving it, but let's put some attributed strings in. This is the attributed string. All right. Let's just format this roughly for right now so I can talk about what I'm going to talk about. I wish this bottom panel would just come up by default, to be honest. Maybe it can. We might find out, right? Okay, so actually we lost everything else. Let's do that. Let's make that red. Okay, great. So I have replaced the rich text editor, which was rich text kit that they then abandoned. But now, thank you, Apple. I don't even have to do that because I'm going to use this one that everybody will become familiar with. Okay? Awesome. All right, we're going to save it. So let's get rid of that. Save it. Let's now work through the remaining issues. Right? First obvious one here is this is clearly not displaying it right. Okay? But at least it's saving it, which I didn't think it was doing that when I went to bed last night. But it is. Okay? Actually, Mono, he was being really nice about it. And you've been a bit of a, you know. How you doing, Mono? You know. Okay, so let's work through the things, right? So, things. Let's go back to our resume view. Resume view. This is the one. Right? This is the viewer. This is... I know I still named these files badly. One day, right? This is this view, right? But clearly it is loading it, the string. That's awesome. We can see the string down here. Looks like it's got some formatting stuff going on. That's awesome, right? But we're not seeing it. Why are we not seeing it right now? Well, that's a bloody good question. So for starters, we'll break to repair. This is how I did the other view, right? So I did have an attributed string. We don't need to deal with that shit anymore. We're going to attributed string. That's what we're doing. It's going to break shit, right? Let's fix it. So I'm going to work through this bit by bit, and we'll try and figure it out. There was a few other things. If I remember, I'll show the diff commits at some point because there were some things I had to change in the other file. It did not like some of the async stuff and seems to be working just fine without it. Maybe that's the way it works now. Maybe that's the world we live in, right? So let's go through these. Okay, this one right here. Incorrect labels for candidate have string expected. So I very much followed what it was telling me, not necessarily fully understanding, but obviously this is kind of a, we ain't going to use it unnamed, and it's just happy. So I didn't ask any more questions. I know, but it's working. Go with it. When it's working, just go with it, right? Okay. So next one. Initialize init attributes, whichever, requires that attributed string conform to sequence. Makes sense from what we learned the other day. Actually, it was in the Discord, if you was not paying attention, we learned that these attributed strings, the way that it passes these strings, it does multi-passes. Multi-pass. Is it working? Doesn't sound right. Must be something else wrong. What? Oh. So it does multi-passes. So I guess if you think about it, it makes sense that it would want a sequence. How do we fix this? Where s equals attributed string, foundation attributed string init. It's not, I'm going to be honest, not greatly helping me, so let's work this. We're going to work this while I drink some coffee, because I drove home in the rain. I'm really sleepy, but I want to get this. I want to nail this so I can tell somebody I'm good, I can talk about this by tomorrow night. Which so far it's working out okay. Okay. There are some storms in my area, so I'm hoping everything holds up. It was an interesting drive home. Okay. Attributed text, attributed string, resume content. So I guess the first thing is, does this even matter, right? Let's try and rework this. Okay. That's clearly a... I can't tell what that it's too small. Bait? Oh, I see it. I see it now. Yeah, bait on a fishing rod. Is that what's going on there? Okay. Well, didn't expect that to go that route. Awesome. Cannot assign value of type. By the way, updated to macOS 26 beta 3 today. Not using it here, but this is Xcode 26 beta 3. Beta 2 is what I'm using. Okay, just for the record. And I am targeting obviously iOS 26 because I am using some of the features that require iOS 26, which honestly I'm okay with. It sounds drastic. Ordinarily I would not be comfortable with this. Like, sorry audience, 26 or nothing, but I'm not planning to release this update until 26 lands. So that's okay, right? Because I also want to clean up the interface and other stuff. Just giving you some backstory. Nobody cared. You got it anyway. I know. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Trying to arrange my windows here. Hang on. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. Meanwhile, let's go back to this. So resume content equals new resume content. Cannot assign value of type NS attributed string to type attributed string because resume content. Okay, why does it still want that one to be an NS attributed string? Because that's going to cause other problems, right? I think we can all agree. No, let the past go. Figure this out, Peter. Figure this out. Okay. I don't have the AI to help me here. So let's see if we what we can. So new resume content. Here is the problem. Boink. Please just fix. Okay. Let's go back up here. All right. Failed to produce diagnostic for expression. Please submit a bug report. Oh, that's not good. What the hell does that even mean? Is that... My problem is second guessing. Is it really something I should set a bug for? Or is it that I've just done something bad? Right? And I'm guessing I can't ignore it. Nope. Anybody had this? Does it sound real? Because when it said, I mean, is it talking about this whole thing? And also, let's get rid of these print statements. I can see the chat room, but I can only see the last part of it. So give me a second. Start commenting out lines. It's not picking up the error. I'm inclined to go with that. I feel like it may be more something I've done at this point than necessarily blaming Xcode as much as I want to. So where's a good place to start? I'm going to go with some likely suspects. Okay. if I take this whole on appear right here. Damn it. I just knew somewhere along the way shit's gonna work. Right, okay. All right. What if I do this? Okay. Let's work. It could be a missing or an extra. Yeah, maybe. Sounds like something I do, right? Okay, I gotta close this. But I could do that. Ah! All right. You want to bet it's got something to maybe do with that? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start by saying, look, NS attributed string, you should not be a thing at all. Go away, never be part of my life again. Right? Let's start with that. Okay, now we got something here we can deal with. Even worse, it has a suggestion, folks. Replace data attribute. Okay, incorrect argument labeling cool. Great. This sounds reasonably safe, right? I do remember reading something about this importing content type. Replace data attributed content document attributes with importing attributed content type. I swear I've not been drinking. Okay. Erroneousness. Okay, we're gonna go with it. All right. Actually, I think this is where I was at on the other screen. Yes, this looks vaguely familiar. Okay, hold your horses, folks. All right, hold your horses. Two ways we can go here. See, I actually ended up rebuilding a lot of this. Boy, that's some nasty indentation, isn't it? Thing is, I don't think it's wrong. That's disappointing. Okay, look. Here, I changed it to a task because it made it happy. Let's see if we can do something similar over here. So we're gonna put it. Okay. Let's look here. Right. Are they basically doing the same thing? Yeah, you know what? The solution for one might potentially be the solution for the other. If I hadn't have deleted something. Cannot find new resume content in scope. Why not? Because I lied about everything. Okay, it's inside the task right there. Okay, full disclosure, this await main actor run here was not me. AI helped me out with that part. Alright, full disclosure, being honest. Don't hate me because I'm pretty. So actually, I wonder if I should just take all of that. Yeah, immediately I thought that there was one missing. Let's try it. What have you been working on, Mono? Have you been having some good luck? See, I really want to go straight to that, not the little bar. I just think that would be better. Okay, it's not loading it because that's a default right there. You've not been working on nothing. You refuse to work. Is that what's... I mean, hey, I respect that. I actually did some SwiftUI today. I know, you're like, so what's the big deal? I never get the opportunity to code. I put aside some time to actually start working on a prototype using SwiftUI as just like, you know, basic navigation, and this screen is a thing, this screen is that thing, this screen is that thing, and the navigation between them. I felt great to write some code. Oh, it was just heavenly. I put my headphones on, got on with it. Yeah, I know I'm doing SwiftUI now. Sorry, I should have qualified the statement. I never get to code during the day. Today I did, and it was SwiftUI. There you go. Work RS app is killing me for anything outside of work. Dude, I totally get that. As you know, I totally get that. That's why I did some SwiftUI today. I was like, if I don't do something that reaches my happy place, then I'm just working. All right. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. This underscore resume content, blah, right? That's the default value. And this part is not working. And we took out all the print statements. Because. Right? But what I'm wondering. Let's put one there. Let's try and figure out what's going on. Okay, we didn't hit the prints. We didn't hit the debug statement. Okay, let's try another one. Because we could be getting the content, and it's just not. Actually, you know what? I think I wonder if the UI is not updating. And do I have to wait for that? I question that I do. So let's find out. It's either going to break it or something else. Okay, are we getting as far as this line? I suspect not. We are not. Okay, let's put that back because, hey, it seemed like it really wanted to do it, didn't it? Also, let's put back the messy one. Okay. And now let's go with trying to figure out where we're not getting to. Got there. Alright, we get into the task. I feel like that should be safe. Alright. Oops. So we're getting here. We're waiting for the attributed string. Attributed content. Okay. What'd I do? Okay. Oh, the good old here. We're here. They're here. They're back. And they're angry. Okay, let's organize our windows a little bit here, right? I feel like these windows can be slightly adjusted. Unexpectedly found nil while unwrapping an optional value. Okay, here's our thing right here. Okay, so new resume content. Well, okay, can I ask a stupid question? Someone who is smarter than me, so anybody. What's this about? Actually, let's put one there. Excuse me. Okay. So we're going to try. We're going to await for the attributed string. Actually, this may explain why it doesn't work on the other screen. Where's my models? Should that be that? I felt like it would throw an error if it was not meant to be that. Right? But value of type URL for a parameter and a got string that okay. It does seem pretty confident that's what that should be, right? Okay, so if it was plain content, okay, let's try plain content first. We may actually not be able to do that anymore. Funny enough. Actually, that's plain content. Right? That right there is plain content. So, okay, you know what? Before we go any further, this is driving me nuts. Sorry, hang on. I gotta fix that white text. I don't want to have to do that every time. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay. This is some new text with attributes. Make those attributed. Make that attributed. Okay. See? Didn't save, right? I'm not crazy. That's what I thought I had last night. So, no attributes, but still an attributed string. I'm so sorry. All right. So, like I say, I'm not convinced that this is totally right. When I hit the save button, oh, you know what? Okay, let's try this. Hang on. I didn't think to do this. Clear it. Save it. Okay. Is there no way to make this text bigger in Xcode? Because, God, it's bloody small. Ah! Okay, why did I? Must have been a reason I did that. Zero to the length. It's in a rich text format. Oh, damn it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we got the data. Okay. All right, hold on. We do this, and then we go back. Okay, let's go back over here. I'm not completely comfortable knowing what's happening here. So is it that we're saying, hey, okay, we're going to wait for this, right? It's an attributed string. We're importing attributed content, which I'm not sure that's Yeah, because we tried this, right? We tried. We tried doing this, right? And then it's like, no. All right, so we're importing the data here. I don't get that. Content type. Why is content type? Why wouldn't it be like data? As right? Cannot call value of non-function type UT type. Okay, let me go back. Because, you know, you started this. What's wrong with UT type? Okay, so you expect a UT type dot cannot convert value of type UT type to expected argument type UT type. Okay, so sorry. Okay, yeah, we want, because it was saying an array. I can't convert an array to a, okay. Thing is, I don't know that it loaded it. I don't know that it saved it to load it. Because nothing's giving me an error, which should give you a full sense of security, right? So, right? Type com.richTextKit.archive data was expected to be declared an export. That's okay. It's trying to load from the old. It's trying to load the old data, which was rich text kit. Okay, all right. I think we can. We can do this because I have a function here. I conveniently built to wipe them out. delete all resumes, right? But what I don't have is a button for it. But I will. Okay. Yeah, I know it looks like shit. Doesn't matter. In theory, I just got rid of all the resumes. Okay, looks like it's gone. And now I've broken something. I think I've actually really broken it. Okay, no, actually. But did you try to load it? Clear. Where's my clear? Where the hell is it? There it is. All right. What the hell am I listening to? It's not even on my list. There we go. Oh, come on. I think that, yes, hello world is what you got. Right, I don't think it's saving. What did this say before? It was nil, right? I still feel pretty good about that being accurate. It's an accurate description anyway. Okay. I guess. See, why would that? Wouldn't that make more sense? I guess. I don't think that's going to help anyway, because I think. Yeah, I think. That's not going to display right, but. No, I'm chasing a ghost. Trying to think. I used to have an app. It was an app I had that I used that was like, oh yeah, I can totally read the essentially SQLite data. Alright, I gotta grab me some more hydration here. I'll be right back. All right. Mono says, what's this attributed string importing thing? Is that real? Or an extension? Oh, it does exist. Yeah. No, I'd never heard of it either. Let me be clear. I'd never heard of it either until yesterday. I'm not sure. I gotta research if it's a new thing or it's just always been a thing. I'm not sure, meaning I'm not sure if it's new with this whole SwiftUI attributed string manipulation, whatever you want to call it, or if it's always been around and I just happen to be using it now. I genuinely don't know the answer, but I'll try and find out. But isn't it weird that early on it seemed to be saving it and loading it? That just strikes me as odd because that's not the experience I had yesterday. What I have now is the experience I had yesterday. So I don't know why that started doing its thing. Oh, by the way, look. There's that glass effect. Yeah. Two things. Number one, I'm not convinced it's saving it, even though it's not giving me an error. Number two, I'm not convinced it's loading it. Well, I'm actually very confident it's not loading it. But I can't remember the name of the bloody tool that I used to inspect that data. But I do remember I do have... Oh, shoot, I haven't installed SimGenie on this install yet. Damn it. Okay. And I'm very confident this 328 bytes is the hello world. Because I bet if I change this... Run it again. Okay, maybe I got to do more than that. But anyway, you can see it's the default string, right? Okay, you know what? Why is this shit never simple to read? Okay. Did I have it right the first time? Oh, Peter. Nope, failing miserably. Just give me the... Thank you. This should say hello world. Which it does. Oh, look, he's back. But I don't think he's here. All right. I'm not convinced it's saving it. I'm not convinced it's loading it. is the two things here. First of all, I feel like saving it has to be the one to solve first, or prove first, because otherwise we won't have anything load, right? Kind of obvious, I know. Let's delete them all, right? There are none now. There is nothing to load. We know this. So let's make one like this. All right. Save it. I feel like I'm taking... I feel like I should solve the loading here first, maybe? Right? So let's clean the interface up. That's done what we wanted. We got rid of them all. Now we're not sure if we've got one or not. So let's get there. Okay, you know what? It's still looking for this rich text kit archive data. Was it that view though? Hang on. Let's do it all on here first. That's the one we're gonna do. That's the one we're gonna fix. Because it's basically the same thing, right? This loading task. So if it's broken here, it's logical to assume it's broken in both. I know you're applying logic's a bit weird, right? Listen to what the little eagle note in your head says. Ooh, shenanigans is what that always says, and you know that. Shenanigans on the go. Okay. Delete Swift, writes app in Objective-C. Yeah, that probably is what actually the little voice in my head would not say. The little eagle in my head would say, Rust? 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 Okay. See, I bet this here, boom, that has the same problem. I bet. The real Egonaut would recommend COBOL. Then I've got no chance. But hey, I didn't think I had a chance with Rust and I pulled it off, right? Nil. Yeah, see? Look. Boom. Right. Okay. We're going to solve it here. And then that'll help us give us what we need for the other one. Alright. It is not loading it. Problem is, still, I don't know that it actually saved it. but I feel like I should be able to know. Right? So where's my save button? Oh, look, for starters. Well, okay. Can we all agree we should just start getting rid of this bloody ridiculous NS attributed string? Can we all agree with that? Even though it seems to be happy with it, I think we're living in the past, right? The little eagle knot in your head screams build succeeded when your build fails. Kind of does. NS attributed string is the only one you can use in Objective-C. I don't want anything to do with Objective-C unless I have to. In case you didn't get that. The new SwiftUI stuff. No! Look, I've got the editor working. I've just got to save it and load it. And we're done. I feel like I've sort of done the hard part. No, not giving in. Because either way, I've still got to make this work for my app. Swift, Java, Objective. Yeah, okay, let's do that. That would actually, like, at this point, maybe that makes more sense, right? And obviously, let me be clear, I did not write these fix 1 and 2 here, obviously, right? But it worked. I don't understand why that worked earlier. Because it wasn't me that made it. Well, it didn't work last night, and then it did. Okay, you know what? Hang on. Look. Resume content is an attributed string. So for starters, I shouldn't have to do that, right? I'm casting it as the same damn thing that it is. Oh, the error went away. Okay. I think I got one. I think I got one right. I don't know how, but I feel like I did. Okay. Cannot call value of non-function type optional squidgy face. Reference to member data cannot be resolved without a contextual type. Agreed. I think. And look, we've got, okay, document type is attributed string document type dot RTF. Does it really have to? I guess it does. Okay. Okay. I'll be honest. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You know what? I don't even need... This is doing nothing at this point. Right? Okay, resume content is an attributed string. Try taking that attributed string I'm not even sure any of that matters. I feel like that only mattered when we were taking the NS attributed string, which we're now not. Bye bye. Okay, yeah, we don't have new data now. We have resume content. And that's not going to work because cannot assign value type attributed string to type data. I agree with you. So how do I make that data? And I get it, this only applies if there's an existing one. Right now there isn't, but there will be one day. So update the existing attributed content. Just checking. Okay. Oh, may need to fix this as well. Yeah, then embed it in an app. I feel like performance is going to be stellar. Good luck getting that past an Apple review, right? I don't know, maybe they'll look at it and go, I ain't touching that, just let it go. Oh yeah, Python. Where's your COBOL? In honor of Eagle Knot. Assembly. Okay, let me focus here for a second. Okay, here's the problem. This is an attributed string. Although, what's funny about that is content is an attributed string. Okay. But if I try to change this, it's not. I don't think it likes it. Cannot assign value of type attributed string to type string. Okay. What does it think is a string? Resume content is an attributed string. But so is content. Well, maybe that's not quite true. I might be misleading myself here.
Chicken, banana. Chicken,
See, that contains an
banana,
attribute.
banana,
But then there's an
banana.
attributed string. I chose like the worst names for shit. See, I told you I did SwiftUI during the day today. The jobby job. You knew it was going to go to shit at some point, right? Excuse me. Just write all in Rust has entered
Just
the
like
chat.
me. Trash.
Cannot assign value of type attributed string to string. Which one do you... Oh, okay, wait. See, this is what I'm getting at. This is not content. Yeah. This is that. Which is why I had it. Okay. Cannot assign value of a type attributed string to data. Okay. So, if I could find a way to convert that to data, would you then be happy? You're going to give me the same error here, but this actually also has to be that. And you're going to say, hey, same deal. Right? Okay, you know what? At this point, oh, bother. Let's do it. Hold on. I still love that one. Oh, see, the bastard throws back the solution of, well, you should convert that to data using NS attributed string. It does offer a scenario of using JSON encoding. I don't think that's a good idea. The other one is to convert it to a string. That's not a good idea either. Oh, man. Really? See, this is where the shit came from last time. Oh, okay, alright. Alright, alright, I'll give it another go. Alright, I'll play along. I mean, you did sort of help last time. Which is basically what I had earlier. Right? Oh, what? Did I delete something? Oh, No, that was there earlier. That's always been there. Shh. Okay. Kind of feel like we should do that. And then this should now be data. And then this should also be data. Now I've got 2 yellows instead of 1. All right, hey. This screen is still broken as far as displaying, so I'm not even caring what that says. But this one I do care. I don't know what the fuck all that is. Okay, so I do take issue with this. Because I still feel I don't know, maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm just pissing in the wind. What I shouldn't have done is removed all of Cocoa Type's print statements. I don't know that it would help me at this point, but I just feel like I shouldn't have removed those. It's loading something, right? Something, but you know what? I bet that 325 is this. Yeah. I freaking hate life. Nothing. So that should show nothing. Nothing. Okay. I'm not going to try saving that because that'll just completely throw it off. But we are going to leave that there. So I've got that. I'm very confident the saving and loading code is completely fucked up at this point. I really want to ask AI, but I feel like that will go badly. Okay. Wrong one, sorry. See, there's nothing there. Oh, well, okay, sorry, that was the save. That was my bad. It's not actually what I was meant to. There we go. Data. It's not going to help me any, is it? Okay. If I... Okay, 3:30. Oh, damn it. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. Very confident that data right there is that. So existing resume attributed content is this data. All right, do your bleh. Now try and save the context. But did you? That's the thing. There's the string. But how do I know you actually did it? I'm not convinced you did. Bastards. Oh, sorry. Let's get rid of that. Okay. I'm really, I'm not convinced of my own existence at this point. Okay. It's not saying there was an error saving the data. But that doesn't necessarily mean it was good either. Let's trust it for a second and assume that it is. Let's go back up to the loading. I want to just do this. Okay. (314 byte optional) actually does sound right. Okay, alright. Let's assume you got it there then. I mean, I don't even know what the hell this is doing. Why does that even... Okay, you know what? Go away. Okay, let's just go with this one for a second. Okay, something bad happened. All right. Unexpectedly found nil. Okay. While unwrapping an optional value. Okay, but didn't you just tell me that it wasn't nil? Content equals nil. Okay. So it exists, but it definitely didn't save the content. Okay. I feel like I've actually learned something here. Okay. So alright, so we convert it to an NS attributed string because it seems to think I should. We then take that NS attributed string and convert it to data from the whole thing, right? We then really get some weird, there you go. And then let's stop right there. All right, just stop it right there. And what happened? I did some shit and it was bad. Okay, there we go. All right, nothing new to see. Go away. Save. Okay. Content is still nil. There's the text. And its attributed string has got it. It converted it to data. Cannot find existing resume in scope. Okay. Let's do it. All right. Let's move this down to there. What the hell am I listening to? You're right. I should have used B. Don't think it's saving that content still, you bastard. Okay, we get this far. But shit. Hang on. I still don't understand that. Yeah, I just don't fucking understand that. See, that's my whole deal. Why the... Why can't this just be that? And we don't need any of that, in my opinion. That is mine. But I got a feeling I'm wrong. Because I think we used data for a reason, if I remember rightly. And I guess we're about to find out. Motherfucker. Ay, ay. Okay, so see, it thinks content should be a string. But my model clearly states oh shit. Do I have to do another migration? And just how the hell did I do that? Oh man. File. Something. Edit. Something. Something. Ah, you bastard. Okay. Where the hell did I do this last time? No, that's migrate to string catalog. Oh, wait. I think I had... Hold on. Wait. Felt like it was around here somewhere. Because there it is, right there, right? Close. I feel like I'm close. Model version. Was that it? I think it was. And then back over here, we had to change something. Hold on. Look, what? Look, if you're gonna put it behind, how do I get... Ooh. Bugs. There is something else I have to change. I definitely remember that. Sod's Law says it's bloody up behind here where I can't get to it. Right? But I actually think... By the way, should I change it to Swift 6? Anyway. Where was it? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Why wouldn't it let me bring that back? Because this is what I was looking for. was something over here. Yeah, I think this was it. Right there. Thing is, I can't remember now why I wanted to do that. There must have been a reason. Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember what it was. Whee. Here we go. Okay, new error. Yay! Look, I can't. It won't let me hide that panel. What the? Is this like a known bug that you can't hide that panel in 26? Okay. Cannot assign value of type attributed string to type string. Okay, what mother shenanigans? Let's change this back now to attributed content. Cannot assign value of type attributed string to type data. Okay. So screw you. So make that the data and be happy. Okay. Because we did make this work with NS attributed string in the model. I remember that migration. All right. Bastard is still nil. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I have spent 2 hours going nowhere. Well, that's not true. Mostly, well, we saved some. We fixed some shit, but this is so annoying. Okay, you know what? Can we just freaking force an issue here? I mean, would you let me do that? Of course you bloody wouldn't let me do that. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Since you don't believe this is real, but it is! It's got stuff! Ah, yep. I mean, you just can't make this shit up. Look, data is right. We know it's right this far. We know we're right to here. We know we're good to here. It's just you who have a problem with it. And I get that you have a problem with it because it actually should be called that. But you're not gonna like that. Oh, bugger. You know, oh, I got a bad feeling. Hold on. String. 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 You know, I got a bad feeling. Oh no, look. Okay, sorry, I take it back. Attributed content, binary data, right there. There, you bastard, right? Which is why this one. But why? Is it just like a fucking Xcode thing that you're making it white? Because. But why is. Okay, so. Why is attributed content not showing here? Yeah. Hey, Nicholas. How you doing, buddy? Look, right? Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm asking the wrong question. Let's try this. What you been up to, Nicholas? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Always happy to see you. I can't see you, but I imagine you're smiling. You're debugging? What are you debugging? Hopefully it's something way more fulfilling than what I'm trying to do. Because I'm not even sure anymore. Okay, it's got data. It's got data. Okay. You. Okay, hang on. Hang on. You hold it. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. Resumes first. Again, okay, so at this point, I don't care that content is nil. Attributed content, oh my god, look. Okay, attributed content actually has something. Alright, you. Okay. I'm gonna just skibble all that bullshit right there. And I'm gonna say that resume attributed content should equal resumes dot first dot attributed content. Of course. Where did you all come from? Value of type fetched results. Blah, 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 blah. Attributed content. I feel attributed. If that's not a word, that's what I'm feeling. Okay. Now. All right, let's live life in the fast lane. It might not like that. I don't care. We're gonna try it. Bastard. Okay, anybody know how I can print out in something meaningful this attributed content? Actually, you know what? Maybe it doesn't even... Hang on. Here I am doing this. It may not even matter. Resume content, Peter. You don't even know the names of your own variables, do you? Cannot assign value of type data to type attributed string. That's right. We can deal with this. We can handle this. Somehow. Okay, you know how you handle this? You ask somebody wiser than you. Hey Claude, right? Claude, hey Claude, remember that conversation we had earlier? We're gonna have another one. Okay. Actually, that doesn't. Yeah, if all fouls, ask Claude. Claude has been good to me, but not this time. Okay, I'm feeling adventurous. I'm gonna sort of interpret what you've told me, Claude. Don't know why. Just feel like at this point, why not? But I'm gonna make some changes here. Convert data to attributed string. I'm sure this must exist, but don't return an NS attributed string. Stop it. Okay. Well, we'll see. From data. Okay, good. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. All right. Yeah, and I thought you might not like that. Do that. What the hell? Let's just crash it big time. Force unwrap it. You're still not happy? Call can throw, but it is not marked with try. And the error is not handled. There will be no error for you to handle. Do not do it. Invalid conversion from throwing a function. I'm gonna throw something. Okay, you know what? Hang on. Does this really? It's a bloody function. Look, I don't. I know it's risky. I know. I don't want you to throw. All right, don't throw. I mean, I'm sure you're throwing for a good reason. Okay. I believe you. I know you're trying to make me do things nice and safe. All right, I get it. I'm not one for doing safe things. Yeah, all right. I'll play along. I'm playing along. Leave me alone. I'm playing along, right? Don't give me an error. I didn't want an error. Oh my god! The mofo actually worked! Holy shit! Okay. Now I'm gonna get really adventurous. I don't like this false sense of optimism. All right. All right. Okay. It didn't do it right, but it loaded the string. The question is, did it not save the extra formatting, or is it not displaying it? Either way, huge progress. Thank you, Claude. I'm feeling so optimistic. I'm gonna leave the room for a second to get some more hydration. Don't you dare break before I get back. Okay. Even though I feel like I should have more than water, it's actually water. All right. Okay. Before we go any further, let's fix this screen. Then we'll move on to, see, look, aren't you glad that we're getting rid of all this task code? I know I am. Right? Okay, so that's an awful lot less code, right? Let's take that. We need the same thing over here. All right, and it's going to complain because it's going to say, what the hell is this function? And you're right. And eventually, we will refactor this into only having one of that function, right? But for now, we're just gonna keep rolling, right? I'll make sure I'm putting this code in the right place. Okay, are you gonna load the right code on this one now? Load the right data. Perfect. I know the formatting is wrong here. Don't care right now. Magical. Okay. Oh, good Lord. Sometime later. 3 hours later. Actually, 2 hours, 23 minutes later. All right. Value resume was defined but never used. Consider replacing with a Boolean test. Really? Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't use it. Well, but that guard is good to have there, right? Because what if there is none? Okay. We'll play along. Funny that you didn't complain about it over here, but no questioning it. Okay, so now doesn't feel like this data, right? This data has attributes. But it should. It should. Or it's just that this text editor. I think that's maybe. Don't quote me on this. I don't think that's it. I'll be honest. Because the text editor is supposed to make multiple passes for this stuff, right? So if I just make that bold, right? And then, I don't know, doesn't matter. Just pick something bigger. Not that. There we go. Okay. So it's not that. It's the good news. Because otherwise that would be awkward. But it's supposed to make the text editor and the text viewer for this new attributed string stuff that they did this year in iOS 26 is supposed it does multiple passes. And what I mean by that is like if it where the bits are red, right? The first pass says, all right, look, just straight normal text. Boom, there it is. Oop, there's something special about this. It passes it. It's red. Okay, doom. And it does all the red passing. And then if it finds bold, it does all the bold passing. Does that make sense to everybody? That's how this is supposed to work according to their video, and I believe them. Because I'm a sucker. My question is it actually saving all that information, right? Okay, resume content. So then resume content is this conversion, right? If it can convert it, we'd see the error. We're not seeing the error, right? Okay. But, you know what we can do? We can say, whoa, hold your horses. Print me the resume content, right? And here it is. All right. Okay, so look, right? Here's the stuff. Nothing to see here, right? Please move along. Please say you saved this, but here's the extra attributed stuff. right? Interesting, there's a bunch of tabs, all right? But what I don't, so like if I made this bold, that should have some extra meaning now, right? And that's what I don't think it has, because yeah, see, it's just, I think it's still just like, it's just normal text. Ooh, let's try this one. Hang on. Okay. Let's take all of it, make the font bigger, right? So, format, more, 20, right? I got a feeling it's still gonna say 12. Yep. Okay, I don't think it's saving the extra info. It's saving the text, it's not saving the extra attribution. Attributes, however you want to phrase it. Like, that's where we're at. So, why is that? Let's go down here. We're saying, look, oh, okay, here is our thing. We're going to convert it to an attributed string to convert it to data. However, let's pause right there. I want to compare that content. So, on save, right? Because the two should be different is what I'm getting at. So, when we first go in, right? Let's try and capture this. Okay. What have I got here? Let's see, something we can just... You know what? We're gonna use Muse. Alright. Alright. So we're just gonna... Oops, can I not... There we go. Whew. It's a bit big, isn't it? But we got it. Okay. Now, let's change that to be bold. All right, when I hit save, actually, look, you can see it in there, right there, right? Look, bold modifier, right? There, right there. So, it's getting to here. All right. So, after we've done that, let's make sure it's the same. change that for that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so again, make that bold. Save it. Hoping to see what we saw before. There's the bold modifier, right? So it's got it this far. And then it converts it to data, right? If there's an existing resume, there is at this point. Existing resume at attributed content is the new data, right? And you should save it. If there was no new resume, this one would kick in. So you know what? Let's bring back our temporary debug button to delete everything. Right? I'll just take this whole thing. Delete all resumes. Delete. Okay. Let's just clear them all out. Start again. Okay, all gone. Nothing to see here, right? Now, this is my new content. And let's make new bold. Save it. Okay. Nope. It's not that. All right. Let's make that bold. Let's make this red. I just want to see what it looks like in the data. Ah, shoot. I can't because I... Okay. Oh, actually, you know I can. Yeah. I can do that. All right. Did I delete? I deleted the bastard, didn't I? I deleted the print statement. Oh, Peter. Okay. Make sure I'm not crazy here, right? I mean, yes, last time I hit this line. This time I should hit this debug. Sure enough. Okay. Ah, look. Okay, we got attributes, right? Whatever that is. We got data. There is an existing resume. All right, we got a string. Somewhere. Yeah, that doesn't seem right, does it? And as attributed string has all that stuff. So 23 is the length of the string. Is it Abror? Am I pronouncing that? How you doing? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're playing with the new attributed string stuff here in, iOS 26. We want to take advantage of this so that we can do things like, oh, okay, let's, take this content here, right? So I'll just do this. So I can go like, oh yeah, great, awesome. Let's use this new thing right here and format it bold. And then let's take this one and format it red, right, for example. So this is all new in SwiftUI and iOS 26, right? And the problem that I'm dealing with at the moment is this is using Sorry, I can't remember if it's Swift Data or Core Data, actually. It's kind of the same thing. And iCloud Kit to save this. And right now, I don't think it's saving everything and updating the context. And that's what we're working through. So appreciate that. Yeah. It saves the string and loads the string, but it's not saving... I don't think it's saving the attributes is what I think is going on. Right, because I load it back in and it's just a string again. But we do see here, right? Let's see if I can find it. Not here, but up here, where I saved it. Maybe. I see that the data has the attributes in it, but they're just somehow not making it to the core data storage. An iCloud Kit, same difference in this case. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun when it's going nice. All right, is the best way to put this. This is a new feature on this app. This app actually is in the store and exists, but I'm adding... Basically, the version that exists right now in the store has plain text for showing the resume and editing the resume. It's all plain text, and I wanted to make it rich text so that you can make it nice. Conveniently, so I sort of solved the problem with the third-party library, but now there is this new option in SwiftUI for attributed string that you can use. And I was like, okay, well, it's always better to use native stuff that's built in. So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying being the operative word. I just wish I could get it to save it. So yeah, that's where we're at. Feel free to ask questions, or if you know the answer, please. So the attributed content has got data. I guess I should check, right? Because conveniently in Apple's WWDC videos, they don't do this part. And then you get suspicious of like, why didn't you do that part? Right? However, the view context here gets updated. And so therefore, this view context here should reflect that. Now, I will say though, obviously I've got some work to do on this screen, but this one should also reflect the view context. You're a front-end developer just playing around here. Hey, I'm never sure what I am anymore, other than hopelessly optimistic. So, yeah, this is... I sort of like, oh, I solved the front end part. Awesome. Damn, now the back end part. Which it's like, It's either a case of when I do this, the front end part works, the back end part doesn't, or the other way around. Yeah, it's always a struggle to get both, right? Okay, so the data is here. Right, Nicholas? Nicholas knows the pain. He's like, I'm going through it right now. I know Nicholas is debugging his own stuff. He's probably like, yeah, that's where I'm at. And, it's like 1 a.m. Almost, it's 12:44 a.m. here. And my brain is massively overtired. But the problem is, I had some success, right? And so now you're like, okay, keep going. And then tomorrow I'll be like, oh yeah, this thing. There's always one more thing to fix. Isn't that the truth? Wait, so if I remove one thing, does that nullify the one problem? Is that the way this works, Nicholas? If it is, I got a lot of stuff I can remove. Just keep deleting code until the problems go away, right? Excuse me. This is that, which is exactly why I love the front end stuff more than the back end stuff. I'm not going to deny it. That's why I started as a designer and then became a developer. Started happy, went downhill from there. Mono, Xcode therapy sessions are every Tuesday and Thursday from 8 till 8. Yeah, in co-working. No kidding. Yeah, we have a Discord where it's like, okay, how badly did your day go? Yeah, that's worse than mine. Funnily enough, I actually have some work to do. I got to do some work on a static site, which will be front end stuff. And that's awesome because I felt a lot more comfortable there. Okay, so what the hell do we do here? Let's start by making sure that we are still doing the right thing. And by that, what I mean is, and I feel confident in this, we've gone through 3 migrations of the model. I know. But when you look at it here, content, attributed content is set to binary data. I believe that is still the right option because I don't believe it's a string, right? Well, I could be wrong. And we could certainly try storing it as a string. Should we try that? Right? It's not going to hurt. It exists anyway. There's nothing that says he couldn't do that. Maybe. I mean, maybe that's. I don't believe that's the answer, but unless it wants to store these attributes in line, right? And by that, what I mean is I'm thinking like HTML, right? With CSS in line, where you would have like, this is bold, right? Little tricky right now because there's only limited information on this, but I guess it could be a thing, right? I can certainly try, and we would do that. It's certainly easier to debug it and read it, but I can say, okay, existing resume content, no, don't do that, is equal to resume content, right? So, I mean, that's a thing we can do. It's going to probably say that, yeah, cannot assign value of type attributed string to type string, which is why I don't think this is the answer, but I wonder if there is a convenience like to string. String? No? Let's see. Hold on. I'm just looking it up. Reading the documentation. Shh. Try not to make a habit of it. Oh, okay. Really? It's that simple? All right. Hang on. We're going to cast it as a string, right? But we need to add, funny enough, characters. Give it some character, right? Okay. Let's get rid of that. Now, what does this matter? I'm not sure. No, I'm kidding. So, okay, we do this, we convert it to the characters. Let's make that a better. There we go. All right, and then we can inspect this now, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a breakpoint here. Okay, let's run this. Right. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Okay, resume, edit. We're gonna make this bold, right? Save. We should hit our breakpoint, which we do, and now we can say, hey, print out existing resume content. Okay, So it is. I don't know what that sum is. That's interesting. But it is just showing the plain string. All right. Hey, Anis, how you doing, buddy? How's it going? We're having some fun with, well, I think it's fun, with some iOS 26 attributed strings in SwiftUI. How are you doing, my friend? Folks, if you are even remotely interested in Swift on the server, he's your guy right there, right? Let's give him a shout out. You're doing really well? That's awesome. I have seen posts from you, or reposts, I think it was, sorry, on LinkedIn for a lot of the activity going on. Fascinating. You're doing some embedded Swift. Ooh, cool. What are you embedding it in? You got a project on, or is this like exploration? I love that Swift can be embedded. I really feel like I could get behind that. I don't have any projects that need it, but I'm always like, one day I'm going to get me something and I'm going to do it like on a Pi with Swift. Yeah. Swift for Android. Yeah, isn't that exciting? I've seen you putting some of that out there. You got a client on embedded, open sourcing a TCP stack. Cool. All right. Yeah, folks, he's a really smart guy. We have some Compile Swift episodes, where we did an interview with Jonas, and you definitely should check that out. Very smart guy. Very, very active in the Swift community too. And if you've ever heard of Hummingbird or Hummingbird 2, that's the guy right there. One of them. But yeah. All right. So no surprises here, right? This is the straight up string. Yeah, that's what we expected. That's why we've got the attributed one with the data. All right. So yay, we're not crazy. These things are fine, right? So we don't need that. All right. So now we come to the question. Are you not saving the attributes? Or are you not loading them? Or are you just not displaying them? Sounds easy when I put it like that, doesn't it? Right? And I think our answer lies right here. And I'll explain. All right? Let's just... let's do that so that we can see it and I can talk to it then. All right, so we go in here, right? When it loads it, right? So let me find it here somewhere. Hold on. It's in there, trust me. I hope. Okay, all right, here it is, right? So look, this is my new content, and here it is, right? Helvetica with 12 point. And then as we go down, what I'm not seeing is the Swift modifier for bold when it's saved. So, leads me to believe there's some magic I've not done. And this is why it was not in the dub videos. It would be awful if I found out like, oh yeah, that doesn't work yet, by the way. I'd be like, well, shit. And also, it's got this 12 point here, and it now makes sense that it's not storing the 17 point, right? because it's not storing the attributes, right? So like if I make this like super big, right? It's not going to store that. It'll come back as 12. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see what I can do here. Okay, I'm trying to think how to look this up. Okay. So, looking at the documentation here, I'm confident I've got the conversion right. And then it needs to be attributed string document type RTF, which is what I have. Hang on. Yep, document type RTF. Okay. So I got my view context. Now, text editor has got my attributed text. Yeah. Okay, saving it. All right. Okay, I've done everything it's got there correctly. And I should be setting in my entity to data, which I have. So the sad news is, I've done everything right. Okay, hang on. Well, that's disappointing. I was kind of hoping there'd be something really obvious that I'd done wrong. Okay, if you continue having issues, consider saving as plain text and reconstructing the formatting. I don't like the sound of that at all. Store format. Yeah, see, look, that's not a good plan. Okay. That is not a good plan. Damn it. I hate it when I'm actually doing it right and it still doesn't work. You know, there is... Let me just put this in here. It makes mention of this, right? So I got this attributed string here. There is this thing that's like let data. I'm sort of going to adapt it as I go. Attributed string to data. But maybe that's not a thing anymore. Hang on. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't think that's a thing. Okay. Ooh, hang on. What's this? Did I do like... I mean, it can't be this simple. Just can't be, right? This can't be a thing. Yeah, see? Not even a thing. I don't know where this documentation is pulling this out of its ass, but... I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, that's not a thing. Okay, that did not help. Oh, what time is it? Oh my God, it's 1 a.m. I think I gotta stop here. My brain is completely gone at this point, and I gotta I gotta drive to the office in 7.5 hours. I need to get some sleep. That's what I need to do. We've made progress. We have got it displaying. We have got it saving. We have got it still working in the editor. We got one, hopefully one, final problem. And we are not giving up on this. We didn't come this far, right? Damn it. We did not come this far. We are going to the moon. Yeah, but not today. That's what we're doing. All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Greatly appreciate you all. This has been awesome. We have at least solved a bunch of problems that we had. This is good. Okay, I'm going to try and bash on this some more tomorrow. Still got time. I still got some time left. And we'll see where this goes. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you all. Have an awesome one. And we will do this again very, very soon, I promise. All right? Now that my head is sort of back in the Swift space, I worry that I'm going to go back to my game development and forget all the C# I ever knew. That's usually what happens. You switch your brain to something else and you're like, oh, I'm screwed. But I want to get this feature in here and done in this new way. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, nighttime, whatever it is for you folks. Greatly appreciate you hanging out. That's it. That's what we're doing here. Time for me to go to bed. Take care of yourselves. See you soon.